have a vehicle this week that has come to me due to the customer unable to fix an intermittent non-start. After having injectors, Mr. Man in a van is far too busy to look at it again. Anyway, the fault log gets displayed to the driver when the fault occurs clears later on the dip. Unable to cause the driver's concern, I resorted to Davey to identify the faults we're dealing with. With a fuel pressure DTC and common rail fuel pressure increased too slow, this DTC is usually caused by excessive cranking. So let's set up some monitoring data to identify what fuel pressures we have at cranking and see if we can get the vehicle to fault. Even though I can't get the vehicle to cut out or not start, it's very obvious that this vehicle has a serious fuel starvation issue. Without any serious intervention, we've managed to identify an issue relating to the fault codes, and now we can get more invasive with the fuel system. But as with everything, to identify a fault you need to understand the system, and I will tell this people time and time again. With fuel entering the fuel filter housing, it travels through this pipe to the strainer filter, through the hand primer, then down to the lift pump, where it returns back up at pressure to the fuel filter housing. The fuel passes through the fuel filter, fuel heater and water separator, and into the fuel gallery in the block. So the plan is to do some basic testing to identify the loss of pressure. One before the filter to rule out the fuel tank pickup pipe for blockage. A measurement after the strainer filter, but I might just check that one. And one after the lift pump to see if that's worn and causing the issue. So I've decided to check the strainer filter as I have no idea what has been done to this vehicle previously. The strainer looks new and certainly doesn't look blocked. You know when they look blocked. But it does have damage to this seal here by my thumb, so I'll be replacing this. I'm going to drain the fuel filter module, and DAF require you to drain this a particular way as not to contaminate the high pressure system with unfiltered dirty fuel. This is going on the pipe that feeds the fuel filter module from the lift pump, so when I crack the fuel filter cap, it drains down and out the bottom of the filter housing and into a jug I've placed under the vehicle. With the filter housing now empty of about a litre of fuel, I can remove the fuel filter and check the filter for damage, which is usually on the bottom of the filter lip seals. And also check the white ball from the no filter no run device, as that likes to go for a walk. DAF do a repair kit for this, by the way. So I'm going to install a test gauge at the start of the system to ensure the fuel tank pickup pipe and transportation valve are functioning correctly. And from here we can prime the fuel system. I have no pressure developing on the hand primer. So in my best non-DAF way, I've added a couple of PSI into the breather on the fuel tank to move the fuel up to the hand primer. It is then that I can hear fuel running onto the floor. Upon closer inspection, I find the fuel pressure control return pipe nut loose on the pipe. DAF don't tell you to check that. With the system now priming correctly, we can get the truck started. The fuel pressure control valve leak-off pipe returns fuel from the fuel rail to the fuel filter inlet pipe. So the actual fault could have been air entering the system rather than a restriction. Let's find out. With the truck now running and the cab going down, we only have one way to check if this was the fault and if this is a successful repair. It certainly seems like a stupid mistake someone has made and couldn't identify the fault. So with our monitoring set loaded up again and it ready to go, I can start the vehicle. As you can see, perfect fuel pressure and a successful repair. If you have enjoyed this low pressure system repair, I suggest you check out this video here for my high pressure system repair I've also previously covered. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button because YouTube hates me, and if you want, hit me up in the comments. I'll catch you soon.